You know, math is everywhere. It's in the design of our cities, the code running on our phones, even in the patterns of nature. It is quite literally all around us. But have you ever just stopped and wondered, where did it all come from?
I mean, it feels so fundamental, doesn't it? Almost like a law of the universe. But here's the thing. It wasn't just discovered overnight. Nope, it was built piece by piece over thousands and thousands of years. So that's the real question we're diving into today. Where did it all begin?
All right, here's our roadmap. We're going to start our journey way back in the ancient world with the very first practical uses for numbers. Then, we'll see how the Greeks took this incredible theoretical leap forward. After that, we'll look at some game-changing innovations from the East, and finally, we'll connect all those dots to the world we live in right now.
See, long before math was a subject you dreaded in school, it was a tool that was born from pure necessity.
And the very first civilizations to really start using these mathematical tools in a big way were two ancient powerhouses, the Babylonians and the Egyptians.
Early math wasn't about some philosopher sitting around thinking abstract thoughts. It was forged in the real world. People needed it for trade, to count their goods and manage their finances. They needed it for astronomy, to track the stars and create calendars. And they absolutely needed it for architecture, to build these incredible, awe-inspiring structures that, well, some of them are still standing today.
Okay, so math starts out as this super practical toolkit, but the next chapter in our story, well, it marks this huge shift. We go from simple tools to this grand theoretical system.
And who were the architects of this massive leap? You guessed it, the ancient Greeks. They were different. They weren't just interested in what worked, they were obsessed with figuring out why it worked.
This brand new way of thinking was championed by guys like Pythagoras. He and his followers weren't just using numbers anymore. They were searching for the hidden patterns, the logical proofs behind it all. They were the ones who really started connecting the dots between geometry and arithmetic. And then you have Euclid, who's basically known as the father of geometry. His stroke of genius was creating a complete logical system. He started with just a few basic, undeniable truths, or axioms, and used them to build up all these complex ideas. For the very first time, math was becoming a structured, unified system.
And that was their great legacy. The Greeks completely transformed math. They took it from being just a collection of handy tools and turned it into this formal, logical system built on theorems and proofs. They literally laid the foundation for all the math we know today.
So, with that Greek foundation firmly in place, the mathematical torch was passed. The next wave of brilliant thinkers started to build on top of it, and this time, some incredible innovations came pouring in from the East.
We are talking about a golden age of discovery here, led by unbelievably smart Indian and Arabic scholars. They took all that existing knowledge and used it to forge powerful new tools.
So what were these powerful new tools? Well, for one, they pushed algebra way forward, giving us a whole new language to solve for unknown variables. And second, they developed the elegant numeral system we all use today, and that includes the revolutionary concept of zero. Seriously, that one idea made complex calculations faster and way more efficient than anyone had ever imagined.
All right, so we've got a practical foundation, a logical system, and these powerful new tools. That brings us to right now, to the present day, and the world that was built on top of all of that history.
Math is, quite simply, the language of science. Physics, chemistry, biology, you name it. They all rely on mathematics to model and understand how the universe works.
It's also the engine that drives all of our technology. That phone in your hand, the satellites orbiting our planet as we speak, every single piece of modern tech runs on a foundation of mathematics. The legacy of this incredible history is a tool that connects pretty much every single field of human effort, from finance to art, from medicine to music. Math has become a truly universal language.
So just think about that journey for a second. We started with ancient priests and merchants using basic counting for trade, and we ended up with the complex algorithms that run our modern world. It's this incredible, unbroken chain of discovery that stretches across thousands of years.
And that brings us to one last thought. We've seen the amazing past of mathematics, but this story isn't over, not by a long shot. It's constantly evolving. So the real question for us looking forward is, what will its next chapter be?